What's up YouTube? I'm Melanie Morrison, personal trainer and nutritionist, and now that spring is here, let's talk about some detox. One of the best times to do it is springtime because winter has just passed and most of us get sick during that time or eat a little bit more crappy or just aren't as active. So what's the point of a detox? A detox is great for getting rid of things in our body that our body doesn't need or that's creating extra stress on our body. So that could be from a cold you had 3 months ago, that could be from eating really poorly for the last month, that could be drinking quite a bit or using products that are creating a lot of backup on our skin. So there's so many reasons why we could use a detox. And spring is the best time to do it. People are usually more motivated, so let's get to it. So let's get into the first one, warm lemon water. And warm being a key part of that is because it'll put less stress on the kidney and less stress on the stomach. I'm sure we've all had something super hot, super cold first thing in the morning, and you can literally feel it going all the way down. So that obviously puts stress on those organs. And it being warm also helps to activate the minerals in the lemon that we're looking for. Lemons are great because there is vitamin C in lemons and that will help our immune system. On top of that, they are antibacterial, and because it is a warm lemon water, it will help to boost our pH level, which will boost our immune system and help our digestion. So in this video, we are going to move around a little bit because I am going to show you how to do most of these things, something you can easily do in your home with simple ingredients. And so let's jump to the kitchen. So the first thing that we're going to do here is fill up our kettle with some water. I'm going to put the kettle on, just a low temperature. Remember, we don't want it to be hot, just warm, so it won't be on here for very long. And then the next thing you're going to do is cut your lemon in half. And then you can use a juicer or just squeeze some lemon into your mug with the cut side facing up. Half a lemon should be good, or at least a tablespoon. And then you just pour the water over the lemon, filling to the top. And then you have your warm lemon water. And the kettle wasn't left on for very long, just about a minute or so. And there you have it, there's your warm lemon water first thing in the morning.
Good morning.
So let's get into the next one, and that is oil pulling. This is something you can easily add into your routine first thing in the morning, right after you brush your teeth. And it's something that helps to fight cavities, reduce inflammation, helps to reduce bad breath, gets rid of bacteria and infections and gum disease. So obviously brushing your teeth and flossing go a long way, but this is an overall deeper clean in your mouth. So let's head into our next location in the bathroom, and I'm going to show you what you can use and how you can do it. So for the oil pulling, you can use a product like this or something similar, commonly found at pretty much any health food store. And you'll brush your teeth first thing in the morning, and then you'll put a tablespoon of this in your mouth and you swish around for about 15 minutes. And then once you're done, you're gonna actually spit it out in the toilet and not the sink, because again, it is an oil, so it will clog your sink. And once you're done, you brush your teeth again. And maybe when you start off, the first 15 minutes may seem like a long time, so you can start off with 5 minutes and work your way up. Or if you have the time and it's not uncomfortable for you, really try to go for the full 15 minutes. So switching up the location again, here we are back in the living room, and the next one we'll get into is movement and sweat. And this is a big one because our skin is another way that we can detox. So when we're moving, we're increasing that blood flow and that circulation, and when we're sweating, we're getting rid of all that stuff through our skin. There are so many ways to get movement in, whether it's going outside and playing a sport. Unless you live in Ontario, then you can't really go outside, but then you can come inside, you can do workouts, squats, lunges, push-ups, whatever the case is. You can ride a stationary bike, you can jump rope, you can run up and down the stairs, play with your kids, whatever the case is, find movement for you. And if you're someone who lives a pretty sedentary life, then maybe starting 4-minute workouts by Zach Bush online may be a baseline for you. But working up to 20 to 30 minutes of movement each day and working up a bit of that sweat will really help you detox through your skin. So the next one I'll add in here is an Epsom Salt bath before bed. And our nervous system is a form of detoxification as well. So trying to reduce stress and inflammation and adding in some minerals at the end of the day is a great way to do so. And speaking of de-stress, let's all just take a look at this kitten. Hey kitten. So next one on the list is breathing outside. And yes, I said breathing outside. sounds pretty plain and simple, but it does go a long way. Our respiratory system and deep breathing is another form of detox. So doing something like yoga outside, going for walks outside, or just doing some form of activity and getting that fresh air outside helps that detox through your lungs and your respiratory system. And if you are someone who's indoors quite often and constantly on devices, going outside and doing that deep breathing goes even more of a long way for you, because using all that technology and getting a lot of that blue light receptors actually blocks a lot of those detox pathways. So taking a break from your technology and getting outside will really help with that. So the next one we'll get into is increasing your fiber intake. And why this is beneficial for detox purposes is because it helps us expel excess waste. And this is very important because if we're not doing so, it just left fermented in our gut. And who wants that? And on top of that, it'll be extra body weight that's not really needed. And on top of that, that's gonna make our digestion really slow and sluggish. So by increasing our fiber intake, that's gonna help us get rid of all that excess waste. And now we're gonna head into the kitchen and I'm gonna show you a few things that you can increase fiber intake pretty easily in your diet, whether it's cooking or baking. So a quick recipe that you can do to add in some extra fiber is I have shredded coconut flour, and a little bit of baking soda. And in here I have maple syrup, coconut oil, and a little bit of vanilla, and 1 egg. And then we're gonna add in 1 tablespoon of psyllium husk. I'm gonna add that in. So this is psyllium husk. This is a quick way to add in some extra fiber. You can add it into a granola or any kind of baking dish. And Quinn is already adding any egg everywhere. Thank you.
There's egg!
Yeah. And now let's add in the other mixture. And then you're gonna mix it through. You can bake these for about 15 minutes. Then you have some added fiber into your cookies. Another way to add in some extra fiber is by grinding up some fresh flaxseed, mixing a tablespoon of fresh flax and a tablespoon of flax oil and a tablespoon of water. And if you can't stand the taste just like me, you can add in a little bit of applesauce. But you can do that daily to add in some extra fiber if you're already eating enough vegetables and you feel like you need a little bit more. So the next one is hydration, and I feel like I've spoken about hydration so many times in previous videos, I feel like I should just be saying insert clip. So the next one we'll get into is water. Water is obviously very important for us. It helps us transport our nutrients, helps get rid of waste. Even if we're eating good meals right after our workouts, if we're not drinking enough water to dehydrate ourselves, we won't get those nutrients replenished where we need them. So yeah, water is crazy important for you. Just even 5% less of your fluids can create a drop of your energy by 25 to 30%. It's a component of your HCl, which helps to break down your food. It helps with your energy, it transports your hormones. It actually helps your liver to break down fats. Water is so important for our body. And drinking a ton of water really makes a difference with how much milk comes out and how your joints feel. So this is definitely more than the recommended 8 glasses per day. And you would want to make sure that water is spring water and filtered, making sure it's clean water for you and the baby. But hydration is so important because it helps us to move around our nutrients and it helps to remove waste. So essentially eating that extra fiber, we need that water to help push everything out. So let's get into the last and final one, and that is sleep. And sleep is so important for detox because it's our body's way of restoring. And all those systems have been working constantly throughout the day, so they need that time to recover to be able to work functionally the next day. So trying to get that 8 hours of sleep is really essential for detox. And on top of that, trying to go to sleep around 11 and waking up around 7 helps us to get on the right sleep cycles. And I'm someone who's totally not good at this. Having little ones, sleep is not one of my strong suits, but it is so important for detox, so really try to get those hours in. So there you have it, those are my tips for detox. Please leave a comment below or like and subscribe if you want more content. And again, my name is Melanie Morrison.